Okay, we should be live. So let's see. Make sure it actually works.
I got links. Links. Oh, yeah. Whoa. What mic are you on? 4?
No, I'm on 2. You're on 1.
I'm on 1. No, you're on 1.
I'm on 1. You're on 2. Yeah.
4 is reading 2. Let me turn 4 down.
Yeah, just turn it down. That's great.
All right.
Why don't you turn us both down just like one notch? There you go.
All right. How's that?
All right. Wow, it's pretty close, too.
Yeah.
Not much lag.
No, not at all.
I guess when nobody else is up here, we're doing fine.
Yeah, it's just us, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
There's nobody here and we're all alone.
All right, now it's getting creepy.
What's this do?
That's a little switcher
lights.
for that.
Key lights.
So I've got a KVM over here.
Yeah.
Keyboard, video, mouse switcher.
Yeah,
so that you just use one set.
Oh, okay.
And that's like an extension.
So you could just switch to.
I got the same one at the house, and I just let that thing fall behind the desk, and then I just use the little remote.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
The other day, I found a headphone switcher, which I didn't know that existed. Like it's 4 in, 1 out, so you can just click, click, click as to whichever computer you want to listen to.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
That's like $20.
Wematanye. TJ Ferguson, what up?
Artie, I got your email, but I haven't read it. I'm sorry.
Come back.
I will.
He told us about Emilio or something from season something or another.
Yeah.
King of the Hill. I can't remember exactly what the email
shoot.
said.
Well, let me look it up real quick.
But that's what it's about. Something.
I'm going to go read your email, Artie.
So, guys, I'll go ahead and talk about it before we
emails.
start. Or we can go ahead and start, and then I'll talk about it, whatever.
Yeah. Let's hang on.
I've been watching airplanes.
Watching airplanes?
Yeah, I have a subscription to Flight Radar 24. They had a special for $30 for a year subscription.
Yeah,
and they had a free trial for 3 months for 99 cents.
Okay,
so I'm still on the 99-cent plan. Once it goes up, I might cancel before then. But what it does, it just gives you live flight information of what the planes are flying overhead.
You just watch airplanes?
Well, what you do is you go to YouTube and you find somebody who's plane spotting on YouTube and streaming it to YouTube, and then you watch the flight radar and you watch the plane, so you can see what plane you can watch the plane land, and then you can see all the whatever the metadata is that's collected for the plane. But on it, it's pretty extensive. You can see the speed, you can see their altitude, like you can see what the planes are doing. So yeah, I watch planes, and then they have the live ATC.net, which is live air traffic. You can listen to the air traffic controllers as well.
That's cool. There's always those. Well, let's go live and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
So Artie got in touch with Emilio, and Emilio hit him back and said, "Hit my publicist." I will do that, Artie. You got it.
If it's $5,000, I'll wait.
Yeah, if it's $5,000, we'll meet him on a bus in Austin.
Yeah.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's get this sumbitch started.
Let's do it.
Here we go, guys. 14.9.
14.9.
Hey there, welcome to Bwaaa, King of the Hill podcast. I'm Mike.
Bwaaa, and I'm Rusty.
Well, Rusty, we made it to another week. We are 2 episodes away from being done with season 14.
2 episodes. Yeah, we made it all the way through. We've been grinding this out.
I will tell you, this is probably my favorite one of this 14th season. Because we get a lot of callbacks and other characters that maybe we thought were dead and things.
Yeah,
like
a lot
that.
of cotton. You get some cotton again.
It's very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Also, like there's one joke towards the end that is fantastic, and it's a callback joke, which is really great. Anyway, let's see this week. Oh, we have, I don't know if you can't really see it, but there's the framed copy of the King of the Hill poster provided by Mr. Gary Yap. Thank you, Mr. Gary Yap.
Yeah, we appreciate that, Gary. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Gary Yap, people have been reaching out to us all over the place. Like, can we get a copy of that? Can we get a copy of that? So we may be hitting you up and asking if you're okay with us making copies of that. Because like up here, they want us to sign it for some reason, like we did anything. But I'm happy to help people out with a signature if I can. I'll just sign it in a different name anyway, so it'll be fun. What about you? Anything happen this week? You good?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't have to go back to work for a long time.
Oh, like how long?
October the 6th.
Wow. Listen to that. We got,
This,
we got a certified bum on our hands.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out. This episode was written by Stephanie Johnson and Sarah Arnett. Sarah, not
What
Sarah.
have they done before?
Samantha Arnett. So Samantha Arnett has worked on Disenchantment and Teen Titans Go. She works in the art department of both of those places.
Yeah.
And she works in the art department for 3 episodes of King of the Hill. And so she's got a couple of credits for different things here. Has been a director, I guess it seems, on some stuff, storyboard artist. And then that was Samantha Arnett, who I just mentioned there. And the next one here is Stephanie Johnson, and she worked on Velma. Velma was one of the longest ones. I guess the first one was
That's the one that
Upload.
everybody hated, right?
Yeah, I think so. Well, just because they're idiots, but
yeah, I get that.
Just because people are, just stupid. Upload was one. I've never seen that one.
Upload's
but,
a Gary is a
Prime TV show.
Shit, what's his name? The other guy on King of the Hill, the producer.
Greg Daniels.
Yeah, it's Greg Daniels.
It's another Greg
I don't
Daniels
know why
show.
I couldn't think of that. It's early.
After his premature death, a man's consciousness is uploaded into a virtual world.
Yeah, it's a little reminiscent of The Good Place. A little reminiscent of that, but it's okay. It's all right.
But yeah, those are the two that wrote it and directed. Stephanie wrote it, and then Samantha directed it. This is the 267th episode overall of King of the Hill, and it is in the 9th episode of the 14th season.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I guess we've done our due diligence. It is season 14, episode 9. No Hank Left Behind.
Emilio is Anthony Campos. If that's who Artie is talking about.
Yeah, that's who he's talking about.
And if he is
the kitchen worker, right?
This guy worked on Grand Theft Auto 5, so it'd be cool to talk to him about that too. Yeah. He was a voice of some of the NPC locals that were walking around.
Gotcha.
Artie, if that's the guy that you're talking about, Anthony Campos, if you could put a thumbs up so I know if that's who you're talking about when you say Emilio.
Well, I think it is because I think it says it in the email.
Does it? I don't know. I was just curious. He also worked. He was also Manolo on, or Manolo on Lopez. He was on Lopez too, which is the second sitcom of George Lopez. Yeah, that's him. Okay, which is the second sitcom that George Lopez did with his daughter, I believe.
Yeah.
So he was one of the main characters in that.
I don't know, but his publicist, I'm not going to say where they're from or anything, but you've made it as a publicist when the first part before the @ sign is just the letter V.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the letter V. All right, let's get this sucker started.
Let's go.
Again, just remember, watch-alongs. We can't show you the entire episode. You'll kind of hear some of the audio and stuff. But we'll talk about it as we go. I've got some thoughts on this one.
This is just a commentary.
That's definitely the one because he gave you a hang loose. All right, here we go, guys. We are at the Hulu Presents. So if you want to start it, you are more than welcome. If not, just follow along. And
away we go.
It was a little further in than I thought, but I think you can tell by the music what's going on.
I like the fact that Junichiro's in this one.
Yeah. That's true.
We see Tilly a little bit, getting a little flashback.
Well, we see everybody at their right age, too.
Junichiro is
when
hilarious.
GH is born.
But Junichiro used to be voiced by David Carradine, and David Carradine, rest in peace, is no longer with us. So Mike Judge actually does Junichiro in this.
Oh, does he?
In this, yeah.
So this is, they are at the Arlen Family Law Center, I guess. Or it just says Arlen Family on top of it.
Yeah.
And there's Junichiro. So what they're doing is going over
Cotton's will.
Well, it's not even his will. It's a settlement that he got from the Shin Jelly.
Oh
people.
yeah, it's a settlement.
Yeah.
Sorry, not his will.
Because
Yeah,
apparently it was
my bad. Yeah,
it was just hot sauce and like Vaseline or something.
Yeah,
That's all
gotta
it was.
have my Shin Jelly.
and she says that they thought when it burned it was working, but it was just hot sauce.
Where's my Shin Jelly, Didi?
And then GH, I gotta guess he's what, 14?
Yeah,
Something like that,
but in
15?
canon, if canon was true, or
We'd be about 15, right?
Actually, hold on. There was something I saw earlier, and it said that it's like the 20th year. It's like the 20th anniversary or something of
his birth.
Of his birth, yeah. Pretty sure it's
well,
like the 20th.
Maybe it's the 20th anniversary in our time. In their time, not so much.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, so we're sitting here with the lawyer on one side of the desk. We got Hank on the other side, GH, who is connected to his phone. We got Didi sitting here, who Didi has definitely gotten older. And then the one that doesn't look any older at all is Hank's half-brother in Tokyo. As well as, honestly, Hank doesn't look that much older.
He doesn't really know.
Yeah. So Junichiro is telling the lawyer that these are my brothers. Hank has a hard time with that because they're half brothers.
I found what I was looking for. So he's actually 26 years ago today, and today would have been September the 26th, which today is the 27th. So yesterday, this is when this article came out. So yesterday was the 26th anniversary of the introduction of Good Hank.
I thought they were gone for 15 years. If they were gone for that long, or did they say how long they were actually gone to Saudi Arabia?
Well, that's the thing is it's very loose on all the time frames and stuff. It's a cartoon, so everybody wanted to.
Well, I mean, like Artie's saying, Bobby is 21, so GH should be about 9 or so.
Yeah, that none of the ages all work out, but as far as like introduction and birth for the show to now has been 26 years.
Well, I think that the fact that he's a teenager helps the story along as well. You know, like there's a lot of stuff that can be done with that trope of being a sitcom teenager. All right, so they're in the lawyer's office and they're going over the settlement. Good Hank. See, that's my question always. The lawyer asks, so is he bad Hank?
Yeah, he is.
He says, they're my half brothers. Shin Jelly class action lawsuit. Now, let me tell you, class action lawsuits, bullshit.
Yeah, you never
because everybody gets 12 cents.
I was in the Prime Amazon one. It was like $51.
Yeah, and it's like $1 billion lawsuit or whatever.
If you're in enough of them.
Oh, I agree. I get emails every day on new class actions just because I sign up for them.
You ever click on them?
Oh yeah, I've gotten plenty of refunds and stuff. Yeah. I think the most I've ever gotten was like $100 or whatever.
Yeah, it's usually like $12 here or there,
$20. Yeah. They suck because for the end user, it's terrible. You know, the lawyers make a lot of money and they love it.
Oh, obviously.
You know, lawyers make a ton of money.
They make a ton of money.
But my point was, this is a class action lawsuit that settled for 3 people, well, an entire family, I guess, really. Didi, Good Hank, Junichiro, $5,000. That's it for all of them.
Wow.
Which is insane.
That is an insane payout.
Yeah. Grow Shin's back. Lotion and hot sauce. I rub that gunk into his stumps every night. She said, I thought the Burning Minute was working.
That is disgusting.
You know, GH kind of laughs every time Hank says something because it's like an insult.
Oh, yeah.
Hank says, where's this elevator coming from? Hell?
Yeah, he's pretty uncomfortable.
And GH will not talk to his mother. And Didi's not exactly the most.
Well, I mean, come on. His dad was a World War II vet, and he's a Gen Z.
Yeah. She's just worried that he needs a positive male influence.
Yeah. We need something. He's
Hank's
got $1,000 now. He could buy influence.
Hank just pretends that
I'm a Washington lawyer peddling influence.
Hank basically pretends that he doesn't know what she said, right?
Yeah, she ignored it.
Yeah, she just kind of ignored it
she's doing a Peggy
because he wants He goes up Peggy and goes, keep walking, hurry.
Artie said he just got a settlement check for $22.
Oh, that's nice. So she wants GH to come live with them over the summer, which is not at all what Hank wants.
That's not what Hank has in mind.
No.
Absolutely not.
But to be honest with you, he is probably the best influence that kid could have.
He's probably the only influence that
Yeah,
kid could
that's
have.
true too. I love this joke though. She says, "Don't look at him as a teen. Look at him as your brother."
Yeah.
He goes, "Fine. If he's my brother, she's your mother-in-law."
mother-in-law, yeah.
She's like, "No, no." Oh. Yeah, I like that. That's great.
That's funny.
Robota chain. Bobby's talking to his mom on the phone. Emilio in the kitchen there, cutting up what looks to be a carrot. Now, this is one of those things we talked about last week. Dallas Foodie Week is a real thing.
It is a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a lot of food stuff in Dallas. Dallas is a good food city.
Dallas
Houston's
is a good
probably
food
the
city.
best food
Houston
city,
is the best because of all the different creeds and culture
ethnicities, yeah.
influences and stuff because of the ports, you know.
Yeah, actually, the port down there used to be Galveston used to be the largest influx. More Germans came through that port than any other port.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why Texas has a big German. There's a lot of German culture in Texas, like the cattle culture and the barbecue culture.
Yeah.
That's all German stuff.
She Peggy is over playing pickleball with men and what's Dale's wife's name? I am blanking this morning, guys.
Oh, Nancy. Yeah.
Nancy and men. They're all over there playing pickleball, and Bobby was supposed to show up, and she remarried a pro wrestler. Who remarried a pro wrestler? Dee Dee? No way. And so she was calling him, wanting him to come play. He says he can't because he's got Foodie Week, and so she's getting off the phone. Now we have a conversation about whose kids love their moms the most, and everybody seems to be okay with it, with the exception of Peggy. Peggy is kind of talking about it like, oh, no, he's just real busy, blah, 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 blah. Then we bring up the girl part. But I do like Nancy's remark where she says, Joseph needs me all the time, but that's because he's a Joseph.
That's because he's a Joseph, yeah. He's an alien. He's not.
We get a lot of pickleball.
Which is fun. Pickleball, that's a newer phenomenon,
Yeah.
I guess.
Peggy's pretty good at it, honestly.
Yeah, well, Peggy's good at hand-eye coordinated sports.
Men says it's not fair because your hips are so wide. Which is great, too.
Nah, but she's known to be good at sports.
Yeah.
She was good at she was good at softball or whatever it was. She was a hell of a pitcher.
This episode shows you the difference in being on Fox and being on Hulu. Peggy goes down with a big red knee. Don't know what she did, but she goes down and she goes, "Son of a bitch!"
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just
That's
that
the difference.
never would have been in the other one.
That never would have been like that. That's the difference for sure.
Yeah. Damn, Peggy, your knee looks like a baboon's butt.
A baboon's
It's
butt.
so red. Peggy thinks she's fine. She tries to get up. It cracks like crazy. And so she's going to have to go to a doctor. You know, the thing
she was a roller derby animal, too. Like Artie
about,
said. Yeah, she did roller derby.
Yeah, they say you got a son. You should use it. Make him drive you back and forth. He's already in Dallas.
Yeah, he should.
I love this
Big
reflection.
Dallas.
I love this reflection by Hank where he goes, I used to be worried about Bobby and his prop comedy. And now GH, all he does is sit in that room. This also, by the way, all they do is talk about masturbation here.
Yeah,
because
this whole season
Bill says he's in there shaking hands with the milkman, which is a gross way to put it.
That is a gross way to put it. Why would they even talk about that? I would think that Hank would shut that shit down.
Well, and he kind of does. He says in the Hill family, we don't do that. I never did it. I don't do it.
Hank Hill has never masturbated.
Uh-huh. That's not something Hill men do.
Put that on your parlay.
I did at his age.
Y'all got the over under on one on him jacking off at least once in his life. Or no?
Some of he goes, some of those girls in the Zapruder films were really shapely. So he's jerking off to the Kennedy assassination.
What was the one that they didn't get? There was a camera angle that they were never able to find. It was from the babushka. They call it the babushka tape. And it was just a woman with a camera that was like somebody's grandma, and she had like the whole babushka thing on, where she had like the shawl over her head and stuff like that. But she had what looked like a little 8mm camera.
It's probably a Cuban.
Yeah, and they never were able to find out who that was to get the camera tape.
Oh wow!
They say that's like the lost tape that could solve the whole case.
But I just love the fact that Dale's jerking off to it. The Zapruder films.
That's good too. Yeah, just jacking off the Zapruder film.
Yeah.
That's next level.
That's like all fake anyway.
It's like going to Internet Archive and looking at porn from the 1850s and jacking off.
That's right. So they're at the hospital, Central Medical, I think is what it was called.
No, I've never done that, but it is there.
What?
I've never jacked off the Internet Archive porn.
Oh yeah, no, thank you.
But it is there. They have like silent film, because everybody that doesn't know, the entire film industry has been behind the scenes, like controlled by the porn industry. What
most technology is as well.
Yeah, what physical media one was all dependent upon what the porn companies chose. So Sony didn't want porn on Betamax, so they went with JVC on VCRs.
Yep.
DVDs was the same thing. Sony changed their tune and was like,
VHS basically didn't exist. They invented an entirely different medium just for porn.
Just for the porn industry.
Yeah. But then it took off. Same deal with DVDs, same deal with Laserdiscs, all of those were driven by the porn industry. Yeah. All right, so he's got her at the hospital.
Human beings are some horny son of a gun.
Oh yeah. He Bobby's got her at the hospital, pushing her around in a wheelchair. She is saying, "I'm going to pay you back by giving you some spa, Peggy, and meatballs."
Oh no.
And I have changed the recipe. It's not just, she goes, it's not, I can't remember what she says. It's not just the right amount of sugar.
Yeah, he doesn't have to.
No. She says she wants to thank him for that. She made a change. Instead of adding just the right amount, she puts the perfect amount now.
The perfect amount.
That's her change in the recipe. Sugar in your spaghetti and meatballs. He's just going to have Joseph drive her back, which sucks. And then he says the worst thing he could possibly say to Peggy is he just wants to see his mom anyway.
Yeah, of course he wants to see his mom.
Numero uno. Not
uno.
Not uno.
No,
Numero uno.
That doesn't sound right.
He's getting. I love the talk about texting in this show. It's always so weird.
Oh yeah.
He said he's sending me 4 exclamation marks, so I'm sending him 4 question marks. So Hank is in to confront the jerking off. Says you're setting up unrealistic expectations. And then the best joke about it is that repairman in real life won't really take anything other than cash. So,
that's funny that he would say that. Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of those alpha male things he's involved with. And our buddy Dietrich Bader doing the voice here. Yeah. I knew that immediately when I heard him. So he's watching a YouTube video from Man Made, the 4 F-bombs: family, faith, finances, and fitness. Yeah. There's so many of these guys out there like this.
There's a lot of those people.
They're creating incels is what they're doing.
That's all they're creating.
And of course, Hank doesn't know all that, so he just thinks it's good old character building. And just so happened to have a 2-day boot campinar.
What's that guy's name?
Coming to Arlen. He also says, I'll be your mentor. Although I don't know how it's any better than mentor. I mean, it's already there. Yeah. It's already the same thing.
Better than mentor.
He's going to pay for it. He's got to complete the F-bombs, though. Goes to shake his hand and he fist bumps his hand. He says, not the best start. So Peggy's getting an MRI. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like MRIs. It's never bothered me going in that tube. And this one for her seems extra big.
I didn't realize how many episodes he had been in.
Who? Dietrich Bader? He's done a lot of voices.
He's in season 4, season 11, season 13. He does an episode in each. And then, of course, he's in this episode too.
So Peggy's in the MRI tube and she is freaking the hell out. Yeah, get me out. Call my son.
With
She
Office
says.
Spaces, his Mike Judge connection.
Office Space
yeah.
is the best.
That's his Mike Judge
Peter,
connection. Yeah.
hey man, turn on channel 4, man.
Yeah. Turn on channel 4. Yeah.
Anybody ever say, you got a case of the Mondays? No, man, they get your ass kicked, man. She blames it on the machine, says she can't have a panic attack. I love how everybody has a mat out in front of their door at the apartment complex.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Oh, it's probably the evacuation maps.
The mat?
Oh,
I'm talking about the mat out front.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah.
So there's old Joseph. He's got his girly mag, and apparently he was rolling something leafy. So he goes to cover that up, but he covers it up with the porn mag. So I don't, what's better? Lead Dead Redemption is a great name for a pencil, though.
And Peggy is physically competitive more than she's mentally competitive.
Peggy
We get to see some old school Peg here. Oh, Peggy Sue.
Pencil Wars. You ever play that?
I have.
Where you break the pencils?
I have. I was pretty good at it.
And she's like, if it's a competition, I'm in. But he's got the pencil that's beat everybody. He's like, you're not going to get enough out of that to be able to break my pencil. And she just breaks it. Because all her years,
Red Dead Redemption, yeah.
All her years of substitute detention teacher.
Yeah,
she learned how to play Pencil Wars.
She learned at school that's useful.
She may not be able to speak any of the languages she claims to, but she can break a pencil.
She can break a pencil.
And I mean, they test her here because at one point Bobby's got like 3 or 4 in his hand, and she just breaks them all. Who's your mama? She says.
She like flicked it with her finger and caught it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There is that part though,
you just got pegged.
Where she says you just got pegged.
You see how they kind of giggle
Yeah. Choice pencils were the best because they were flexible, says Artie. That's true.
Never heard of her.
Well, she beat them all. Now we're at the Man-Made conference. They're handing out the little tablets or whatever. And there's a nerdy guy. Oh, no. And the guy for the men pushes him all around. But it's all bullshit because the guy's actually part of the program. They're putting on a little play out in front of everybody to get their whatever jacked up. I don't know. Pulls a bunch of money out of his pocket, puts it to his ear, which I love because money phone.
And he actually ends up being somebody that's a part of the show.
Hank says that's clever, you see, because money talks.
Money talks.
Because he held it up like a phone. He's going to teach them leadership skills, brotherhood, and he does not. He doesn't teach them any of that stuff. He honestly is one of the worst things that has been on King of the Hill.
It's like a military-style boot camp.
It's a military-style boot camp for incels, which is crazy to me because it's all about keeping yourself and not letting women run you, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Threat to your sacred masculinity. A girl doing a selfie.
A selfie.
Which makes no sense.
Or a long-haired man taking a selfie, I think is what that is.
Could be. Could very well be. So everybody gets $5.
Anytime I ever hear, pause real fast, anytime I hear, are you an alpha? Anytime I hear alpha or beta, and when it comes to conversations about men, I instantly know that whoever the fuck I'm talking to is a moron.
Yep. I don't like that at all. Do you think alpha betas are still around the grocery store? There used to be grocery stores called Alpha Beta.
There used to be one called IGA. They just skipped a bunch of letters and slapped IGA together.
A friend of mine that I went to school with owns the one out in Hewitt.
Oh, that's somebody you went to school with?
Yeah, his family's owned it forever and ever.
Yeah, my buddy does their bread, I believe.
Yeah.
I got a buddy that does bread right out there.
I got to hand it to anybody that owns a family-run grocery store like that at this point because
it has to be
a struggle.
An island. They're on an island. They're one of one.
He just happens to be at the right spot in Hewitt because people don't like driving down Hewitt Drive to get to the HEB.
If they put an HEB over there, he's done.
Yeah, if they put an HEB on the other end of the street, he's done. Walmart cut into their business quite a bit.
The new Walmart.
Yeah, because it's got everything. Anyway.
You know what?
Yeah.
I don't go to Walmart unless I need something.
Yeah.
But groceries, I would love to have like a mom and pop on this side of town to go to grocery store.
It'd be nice.
We
Well,
used to
they're
go to
putting
the
that
food
one in across
basket.
from the library.
Yeah, they are. But is that like a mom and pop type operation? Or
I
is that
think it's. I don't think it's a chain.
I have to check it out.
Yeah, I don't think it's a chain, and that's a big grocery store because it started out as an HEB way back in the day.
That's the first HEB in town, isn't it?
Artie says that Cotton would crush these pussies, and he's right. Hank talks about how Buck was no, so we have to assume that Buck is dead because he said Buck was no beta. He gives them all $5 a piece.
Yep.
And they have to pitch their businesses to each other, and they want to get one of them to pay the other one so that they get $20. If they get $20, they win. I don't know what they win. You look like the kind of man that appreciates propane and propane accessories. But yeah, that didn't go over well. Instead, GH tells him he can tell him how to get skins in a video game.
He said, how much is it for the meat? Yeah. He said, $250. That's not bad.
Now,
how much is it for the meat?
This scene right here is one of the ones that got leaked that we ran as the animation cells. Remember when it was black and white?
Cells.
Yeah, this is one of those scenes.
Yeah. One of those leaked animation cell scenes. I think strategically leaked.
She just wants her to hold the elevator. She doesn't hold the elevator for her, which sucks. And then she's going to have another panic attack right here on the elevator.
Yep.
Which is insane.
Which I guess if you are claustrophobic, those places can suck.
Sure.
I've only ever done it twice, and it sucked. It hurts your back, too, because you got to lay so straight.
I've had a freaking million of them. I don't know why. I do like the fact that she's singing an Enya song to calm herself down. Sail away, sail away, sail away.
Yeah.
So there she goes. She has another one. And then see, Peggy's like, back the fuck up.
Peggy said, fuck. Peggy said, fuck. We forgot to hit record again, Mike.
That's okay. We're getting good sound here.
So yeah, we are.
All right, so we're going through more of the boot camp.
Peggy said, fuck.
Crawling, getting sprayed, getting mudded, jumping over stuff. I like the fact that the guy runs up behind the other guy. He's wearing a shirt that says sugar, and he just shouts at him, diabetes! Yeah. Defeat your demons like man. Well, that one dude's just out. Running through the tires, doing all the stuff. They're all looking at that bell, though, because if you ring the bell, you're out.
Yep. If you ring the bell, it's game.
But, you know, Hank is like, GH, you got to keep going. Even though Hank looked at the bell, too. You know, he thought about it.
Yeah.
He said, I'm destined for cuckitude. He said, those words, whatever they mean.
Whatever they mean. I don't want to know what
Hank's not exactly worried about keeping up.
No, he is not.
Well, they get right to the top.
I don't think
Hank's impressive, though.
Means.
That he had to help GH up, and then Hank just got up by himself.
Yeah, no, he did.
Upper body strength. He's got that dad strength.
He's got that dad strength. That old man strength, yeah.
Guy goes to hug him, and he goes, none for me, thanks. I have a wife.
None for me.
The nads of truth. That's what we need. We need something like that to pass to each other. Who can talk? You pass the nads to each other.
Passing around balls, that's gay.
Well, because this whole thing is kind of that way.
I guess so.
This guy says he's too short. They say, who tells you you're too short? He says women. I don't make enough money. Who tells you don't make enough money? Women.
Actually, I take that back. I think that would be like ultra masculine. Just holding
the balls?
Just holding a pair of nuts up and passing it around. We should buy a pair of truck nuts.
Truck nuts?
Off the internet and pass them back and forth when we want to talk.
Sure.
We should have like a stick each with a hook on it.
So we can so we don't have to actually get up to pass the nuts. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. That's not stinking thinking right there.
Yeah, I don't want to pass testicles back and forth.
This guy says nobody gets my jokes. Who doesn't get your jokes? Everyone. He has to like get it out of him. Who is more than half of everyone? Women. Sucks, man. GH gets up, says he's been struggling because one girl put him in the friend zone.
Yeah, he's in the friend zone.
And then everybody's like, that is bullshit. This guy's an idiot. He starts singing that, and he's like, see, nobody gets my jokes. Because your jokes aren't funny, idiot.
No, not that funny at all.
Has to give him the nads before he can talk. because Diedrich Bader's yelling at him.
The
Nads.
The Nards.
He basically has a great friendship with this girl, which is really kind of the way you want to go to begin with.
That would be exactly how you want to go.
She just wants to be your friend. That's her choice. Everybody's like, oh, screw that. Screw that. So what is the alternative? You force yourself on this girl?
I don't know what their alternative.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
don't know what it is.
That's really kind of what they're saying.
It might be 5 to 10 years in prison.
Exactly. So there's nothing wrong with respecting somebody else's decision. Spineless, dickless jellyfish, the guy says.
Wow.
He goes, remember we talked about which animals have dicks?
What? You know, a duck has a corkscrew penis?
Yes.
Under its wing?
You're a beta. He's just telling him not to listen to any of them because they suck. And Hank has a really good argument. Why would I listen to you? Because I think I'm almost certain that I'm the only one here with a wife. Yep.
Absolutely. He probably is.
He is.
Yeah,
the rest of them are like, just kicking rocks. You know?
They're like, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe we should listen to
And this is where he just sees Cotton yelling at him the same way that GH is yelling at him.
It's him healing.
Yeah, he is.
The trauma.
That better be sweat coming out of your eyeballs, boy.
I love that he gets with the trauma.
That's true. You're weak, and I blame your mama. I just love the fact that we get new Cotton dialogue, though. Your mediocre-looking wife. It scares the shit out of Hank, honestly.
So it should.
She's got a whole bunch of pencils. She's still there for another day. He has to approve his final menu. Joseph's asleep because he's tired because he works on the side of the road. Nobody wants to play pencil hockey or whatever they're calling it.
Pencil hockey?
I love the fact that she says, Joseph's sleeping, and he goes, baby, wait, don't scare me, girl.
Yeah.
Baby, wait.
You know what kind of guy he is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Joseph would 1,000%, maybe not now, but previously, 1,000% would he have been in that club where you pass the nads.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not anymore, though. So she drops a pencil under the bed. She can't reach it. She gets a skateboard and slides under it. Bobby realizes, oh, shit, she just overcame her problem for the MRI. And then here's your turn, your family turn, because this is like,
he's coming to terms with.
Well, he starts looking at his mom's texts and how he doesn't return them and doesn't spend time with her and stuff like that.
Like think about like the damage from the trauma and everything. He starts to try to like level with good Hank a little bit. I feel like Artie
says Hank's mediocre-looking wife looks just like his mother, who is Cotton's mediocre-looking wife. That's good. So they're going in to confront Diedrich Bader or whatever this guy's name is. And saying, we need to quit because this is silly what you've been putting stuff through. Hank thinks he's getting through to the guy,
but he's really not.
But instead, he says, instead of living in the friend zone, just go date all her friends and piss her off.
I really wish
you
got Diedrich Bader on the show.
Idiot. And then I get to date her? No, little man, she just thinks you're dating her. God. Clapping her what? I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine having the attitude in your head that the entire reason you're doing everything is to piss this person off and get back at them? Oh my God! Just living in hate. That's rough, man.
That is absolutely it, and that's what's wrong with the world, and that's why you get people that buy guns and shoot people because
I love this though.
The internet.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Weird internet shit. And it's funny because, like, they want to try to, like, I don't really want to talk about it, but they say, like, left and right and all this. Really, no, it's not. It's internet. It's like some weird-ass kids on the internet. Like, there is no left or right with that. It's just, like, weird kids being in dark spaces on the internet with no supervision or nothing like that. So, hey, if your kid's on the internet, please, like, know what they're looking at least because there's that dark stuff. I remember as a kid.
There's a lot of dark stuff in the kids' stuff.
Yeah, that too. Well, when I first was using the internet back in the early you know, the late 1999 or 2000 is when we first got the computer and the internet, and the dark stuff that you had access to. And then straight after the Iraqi war started, you had access immediately on the internet on websites like LiveLeak and
Well, beheading videos and all that stuff.
And like not just one video 100 times,
Yeah.
100 separate videos.
Yeah.
Of these gruesome
faces of death on acid.
Like
I mean, just faces of death times a million.
Or like people falling on electrical wires in India on the trains, and just all kinds of crazy stuff that was just available on the internet. And you know, it
does something to you.
If you're not a mentally sound individual to begin with, I feel like that just is what a lot of it is because a lot of us kids that were on the early internet were exposed to a lot of things that probably shouldn't have. We were in chat rooms with men who were probably in their 40s and stuff like that, prowling on kids, but there was no safety net at that time that there is now. The internet now is tunneled into one like back then it was just this wild west of stuff, so you just like pay attention to your kids. Well,
that's what the dark web is now.
To your kids, period.
Do you ever dark web? You ever go on there?
I have been on the Onion Tor network. I've been on that. I went on the what do they call it,
Silk Road.
I'd never gotten anything off of the Silk Road because I'm an immigrant in this country, and anything like that.
Oh, it's scary as shit too, though.
Would have me removed from this country. But I do watch dark web videos sometimes on the internet of people who buy weird,
like boxes. The bloody shoes and all that stuff.
Yeah, there's this guy that'll buy it's like a random box. It's like a subscription box, like a creepy subscription box type thing. And he opens the box. It's like a UFC fighter or something that does it. Some type of MMA fighter, but. Yeah,
I remember that. He's the one with the bloody shoe thing, right? Didn't he buy the shoes?
Yeah, it's probably him. It's probably him. He does a bunch of weird stuff like that.
So I like this because speaking of incels, he calls Dale first off. Dale's down in his basement.
Dale is like a pre-incel.
Yes. He's down in his basement, in his underwear, of course, because it's nighttime.
Well, they could still get married. He was an incel when incels were still getting married.
That's true. That's true. Well, he was an incel when incels were just weirdos, they weren't angry all the time.
Do you think he has a ham radio license?
Oh, I know he does. Doesn't he talk about it?
I thought he just was illegal doing it.
I think he talks about how it was CB license. And then went to ham or something.
That's what we should do is we should get a ham radio license, and as high up as this building is, if we could get a ham radio like up here.
That'd be cool.
I bet we could get some.
I used to have CBs because I just loved getting on there and talking to people.
I used to have CB. I used to have like a old portable CB, and again, I probably shouldn't have been talking to truckers at 12, 13 years old, but I'd get on there and I'd talk to truckers. And
it's just the unknown, I always wanted to experience the unknown stuff.
Yeah.
And it may be very mediocre. It may just be nothing, or it may be something terrible, but the CB world always it just made me think, oh, there's other people out there doing other things that I don't know about.
Well, we had I had a shortwave radio, and I used to tinker with electronics as a kid.
Was it one of those kits? Those crystal kits?
No, it wasn't a crystal kit. It was just a.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right? You'd buy it at Radio Shack or whatever.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. No, it wasn't one of those. It was just an old shortwave radio from the 70s.
Artie says, I bet he's got a ham radio, but maybe not a license.
Maybe not a license. But it was like this big shortwave radio, and I had rigged up the antenna to a antenna booster.
Yeah.
And then I was in a 2-story house at the time. That's the house I grew up in was 2 stories. And I had rigged it up to the side of the house. And then I had rigged it up to where it went up even further, and it had like 2 antennas that reached out. And I could pick up air traffic between planes and like Colleen and planes in Dallas and planes in Waco and stuff like that. I could pick up all the ATC traffic in the area just off of that. And I don't think you're supposed to get that. Nah, well,
I'm saying you got that subscription to that thing.
Yeah. Now I guess now we've found a way for me to bring
That's
it up
why
in the
you do it. Yeah.
So there's an app which a lot of people probably know. You could look at live air traffic online, and
or you can just look up.
It's cool to look at. And the cool thing about it is there's a top 10 planes being tracked. So it'll have like a number beside it. So let's say,
isn't that what that kid used to track Elon's?
He probably used this.
Yeah.
Because most plane data's
Elon may be in trouble, by the way.
Yeah.
I saw something this morning that he was on that Epstein list.
Oh, he was?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He was scheduled to go eat with him or go to his house or something.
I don't doubt it because that guy
Yeah.
had a lot of involvement in
Yeah.
a lot of money stuff. There's like a lot of money.
Yeah, like apparently there was a note that said something about him, and then in parentheses it said, "Is this still
The
happening?"
Duchess of York stepped down from her responsibilities because of the Epstein thing. She had called him a dear friend or something like that. But the thing is she was married to Prince Andrew, who is the other royal who was supposedly involved in
not supposedly. I mean, his name's all over.
His name's all over. The Virginia Guthrie, or however you say her name, Jeffrey or Guthrie, or however her name is. She was
Giselle
one of the victims.
Maxwell?
No, it's a victim. Her name's Virginia. She's like one of the most outspoken, like one of the first and most outspoken people in this whole Epstein thing.
Okay.
And she's
she a victim?
that implicated Clinton and Prince Andrew. Yeah, she's
it doesn't
allegedly. I don't want to get in.
It does not take you very far in your brain to go Clinton. Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
It's not very far. Not a very far trip.
He's a sniffer.
So him and Biden both. Biden did it out in front of everybody, squeezing shoulders and sniffing kids and stuff. That was weird, man.
Sniff them up, man.
All right, so he calls Dale because he needs to find out about a person. This is crazy to me because this is almost Hank blackmailing somebody. Almost.
Yeah. Almost.
But he calls Dale and says, I need you to find out about somebody. Dale, of course, immediately thinks, oh, you want all that information on Peggy I've got, which is insane.
Yeah.
Talking about a stranger. He goes, no one's a stranger to me, Hank. I know everyone.
I know everyone.
Then he tells him the guy's name. He goes, who? Eli Selwick, man-made boot campinar. Oh. I tell you, he does a pretty good job with Dale's voice. Honestly,
he does good. I don't see the hate. I don't.
No, I don't either.
I don't get it.
And the guy is part of the family. He's been there all along.
He's been a part of the show since the show started.
Yeah, it makes so much sense.
He's a deep part of the show. He's been a part of.
He and Diedrich Bader both. I mean, they have all been around for a long time.
No, Diedrich Bader for sure.
Yeah,
Diedrich Bader too, because Diedrich Bader's been a part of Mike Judge's universe since.
Yes, must be a good friend. Didi has been sitting on files for decades. Or Dale has been sitting on. Yeah, Dale definitely has been sitting on files. He doesn't throw away anything. Bobby shows up, which I don't get how Bobby gets to be in the room, but okay.
Yeah, Bobby's wherever Bobby wants to be, I guess.
And so he tells her, we're going to have mother-son lunches every Tuesday. You are welcome to come up, and you and I can have lunch and talk. And she is just and not only that, the cooking is inspired by her cooking. Which I guess he's just going to throw out some trash on the table. I don't know.
I mean, if it's something she's made, it's trash.
But she's ready now. She got over her stuff. She's going to get her thing done. She goes to sleep in the tube, so she's not even worried about it at this point. And her panic attacks are psychosomatic. This is the joke that I was talking about. This is a great callback joke. Because she says the knee will be fine. However, I can't help but notice the scar tissue in her groin area.
From where Bobby kicked her in the nuts.
She goes, it looks like she was kicked by a 12-year-old. And he goes, you can tell it's a 12-year-old?
Though, that the doctor can see the scar tissue on her groin, but you can't see that she broke damn near every bone in her body.
It's true. I didn't think about that.
She got mangled, falling from the sky with no parachute, landing in a field full of mud.
I completely
destroyed
forgot
her
about
entire
that.
body. She was in a cast from her neck to the heel of her foot.
That would probably leave a couple of things. Yeah.
I've broken a few bones, and whenever they X-ray me, they're like, "Oh, you broke this, and this." And I was like, "Yeah." So I know that because wherever it breaks at, it'll form like a little circle thing. It'll have like a little knot on the side where you kind of see that it was broke.
Did I tell you about the skate park last Saturday?
Yeah.
Me falling?
Yeah. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm okay. But I took one step and just went straight down, man. Knocked every bit of breath out of me.
Slick. That concrete out there.
Oh my God. I thought with my history, my back and my neck and all that stuff, I thought, well, this is over, and I'm sitting there just trying to get my breath and stuff. Apparently there's video of it somewhere. So we may use that.
We need to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to get that. That sound, that could be like a new intro sound or something.
I got right back up and I just kept going. And like I said, that band said, man, that's hardcore. And I was like, okay, I can live off that for about a week. That's great. Thank you. I appreciate it. Scar tissue in the groin. Kicked by a 12-year-old some time ago. I just love he says you can tell it was a 12-year-old. All right, here goes man-made. It's going down. Hank has found out, and he takes the nads to talk.
The nads, you got to hold the nards.
He has found out that they've all been hurt.
You got to
shunned by women or girls. But Eli apparently has been hurt by some women as well, and that's why he started this thing.
You got to gargle the nards.
And he's holding the nads of truth.
The nads of truth.
I just hate the fact that they keep calling women bitch in this, though.
They do say it quite often.
Well, even GW says it on the way out here in a minute.
He does. Yeah, you know, you got to get.
But, I mean, it's what he's influenced by. The fact that Man-Made is not owned by Eli. It's his mother. And there she is. She put in $50,000 to start the damn thing. Yeah, they find out the truth. Of course I did. I helped him open it up so he'd make some friends.
Yeah.
She goes, you just got out of your adult braces. Yeah. He says every businessman gets $50,000 from their family. That's not true at all.
That is not true.
She says, you better fix this shit or she's taking her money back. Yeah. He's like, females caused all our problems.
Promise you, men cause more problems than women most of the time.
That's a great callback, too, though, by Hank, where he says, my wife, our kid's mother, and our propane delivery salesman. Because remember when she drove a truck for him? Yeah, that's a great callback because that's a tiny little one. Yeah.
Because all they did was all they did was tow the trucks.
That's right.
Because they legally couldn't drive them, so they
That's
towed
right.
them.
That's right.
Which is the most convoluted, but which is really like silly that they could tow a truck that's rated for a hazmat, but they can't drive it.
Yeah. But it's a great callback, though.
That is a great callback.
He says she supported me with everything.
Oh, Artie said nothing says alpha male like gargle. Oh, I thought I said gargling. Nothing like passing a pair of balls around between the boys. Yeah, don't gargle.
He says, listen, man. And by the way, if anybody calls another male king when they're talking to him, that's a reason to get up and run out of the room as well. But he tells one of the guys tells the other guy, hey, the reason everybody thinks you're short is because on your dating profile it says you're 6'2", you're 5'7". He's like, well, okay, maybe that's it. And he says, shorty. And then the guy says, well, maybe that you're out of money is the fact that you keep buying swords. He says, well, I needed some of the swords, but not all of them. So he finds out why he's poor. Everybody actually comes to terms with what their stuff is at this point. And it's all for Hank. You know, Hank did all this. So all these guys are belling out. They're going to ring the bell and leave.
Still no Alamo at HEB, by the way.
Do what?
Still no Alamo at the HEB.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it. I want to get drunk on screen.
Even the guy who pretends to be the other guy who helped him start this is out at this point. He leaves. He rings the bell. Eli falls down and everybody laughs at him, which maybe is not the way to go, but friend zone Freddy. You should ask your mom to buy you a shirt. It's not suffocating your nips.
I love it. That is good.
He said we should do something nice for our bitches. Hank goes, yeah, we still got some work to do.
Still got a little bit of work, but he's getting there.
And I love Bill here because Bill takes every opportunity at any woman who's available.
Yeah.
But Dee Dee comes to get GH. He gives her a hug, so he knows there's been some progress.
Been a little bit of progress. Maybe not much, but they're getting somewhere.
Hank bought a car for the kid and said, we're going to fix it up together, which is a great bonding project.
That's a good one.
I did that with my dad. We fixed up a Mustang. I did total it twice, but we fixed it up.
But you got there, though.
That's right. It is a long-term project, though. It's one of those things that you can actually. It
can take a while, yeah.
You know each other, you know.
Yeah, because
Hank is going to start his own man camp
it's like
in season
10
15.
p.m. at night, and he's like, hold the fucking flashlight.
That's right.
Where's the fucking 10 millimeter?
He actually gives him a handshake. And then Bill, of course, says, Dee Dee, I hear you're available again.
Yeah.
How about I send you a resume? And she goes, I can't read. He goes, I'll help you sound it out. Poor Bill. And then they wave at each other. I mean, and here we go. Now we get a complete flashback. Bobby holding Dee Dee's hand. Oh shit, I hit the wrong thing. Bobby holding Dee Dee's hand. The baby's just born. They're talking about GH.
Yep.
So I mean, it's a very cool end to an episode that I just completely
cool
screwed up. Hang on, I gotta fast forward real quick because I farted it up. But yeah, that callback the flashback at the end is one of my favorite parts of this entire episode. The fact that we see everybody the way that we always saw them. You know, they're the right age. It's the right time.
Oh yeah.
Now Hank and Cotton are the only ones that talk in the flashback, but that's okay. This is what I've been waiting on. Seeing a little baby GH, seeing a Hank the right age in a white t-shirt, Bobby and Dee Dee over there. Hank thinks back to it. And it's almost like the ultimate revenge between Hank and Cotton.
I think so,
because he's going to help his kid become a good person instead of that shitty old man that.
But
Cotton
let's be
was.
real. Maybe Cotton probably would want that.
I think Cotton always wanted that.
Deep down,
I think Cotton understood that Hank was better than he was, and that's why he lashed out at him all the time.
I think so too. I think it was a superiority complex, and I think it's not that he didn't love him; he just didn't know how to love him. And since he didn't know how to love him, he just did what he knew, and that was all the angst and screaming and hollering and stuff. Yeah,
I bet Cotton jerked off to that internet porn.
I'm pretty
sure
from the
1800s.
Cotton probably skinned them down. Probably skinned his palms raw as his knees.
Sure, he's shaking hands with the milkman.
Yeah, that's probably how his shins really got blew out.
This is one of my favorite episodes from season 14. I love the callbacks. I love the jokes. I love the inclusion of the fans in this one. So Hank gets to do things with GH he couldn't do with Bobby, and that's cool too. Yep, Artie, you got a good point. Well, that is it, guys, for this one. Kept you right under an hour.
Yeah,
did that one out,
and we appreciate everybody again for coming to watch us. We know there's college football starting in the next hour.
Yep.
Actually, right now, college football.
Artie, TJ. I thought we had some more folks in here, but I guess not. They've been in here. They just didn't make any comments. But we appreciate everybody that's been here. Appreciate everybody that's going to watch this or listen to it later. Please go and follow us. And where can they do that?
At BWAAKOTH, and that's on all social media. And you could also email us at BWAAKOTH@gmail.com.
Look at this.
Send us some emails.
Here's some Inception for you. Look at that. It's us on us. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We will see you again on Friday.
We will see you again.
If you are hanging out here, then just hang on, and we're going to go ahead and do our Friday episode.
Right.
But one thing left to say.
Wimatanya.
It's an extra long Wimatanya for you. Wimatanya indeed.
But I'm off till October the 6th.
So
what do you want to do, man? And between now and October the 6th, anything. If you want me on the comic book, I'll be on. I'll do 10 shows a day.
Cool. 10 shows a day. That's a little bit of a high threshold, but you've done a lot of them though.
Is there 10 shows being recorded?
Yeah, probably.
I'll be on all of them.
Yeah. Okay. You got it. All right, guys, we're going to do our Friday. I've got an article I want to go over, and I think Rusty's got a few things he wants to mention as well. So
I just want to mention that you could monitor and watch everything to do with airplanes, but they have nothing similar for trains. You know why?
Why?
Because trains are considered a national security issue.
Oh, I can see that.
Whereas planes aren't.
Huh.
Because planes do carry freight to an extent, but planes is a very secure.
I would think ships also, like big cargo ships.
You can watch ships.
Really?
They have a ship. All ships and planes have transponders because of the nature of what they do.
Huh.
If a train crashes somewhere, that train's on they're like, oh, well, the train didn't show up at 5 p.m. like it was supposed to, and they're like, all right, well, let's find out where this train is. Well, it's back down the track. But they have their own GPS and stuff. They have like an internal system.
Yeah.
But you can't really track. You can track passenger trains.
Okay.
But like all of the cargo that's being moved.
Cargo trains you cannot.
But you can with planes and boats, but not with trains. Because trains is considered a national security thing, because no matter how much we move in ships and how much we move in planes, we're still moving more in trains. And we move more. We move more in trains as far as like national security is involved. Like all of our food supply, all of our, some of our military supply goes through trains, and so it's a
I can see why. Yeah.
Secret.
Well, it also goes by all these places. If you wanted to blow some shit up, you really could.
You could, but it is frustrating though, because I would love to be able to monitor the trains as well as I can boats and airplanes.
Yeah. All right, here we go, guys. Hello, hi there, ho there. Welcome to Bwaaa.
Welcome to
King of the Hill podcast. I'm Mike.
And I am once again Rusty.
Once again, Rusty, just for you guys. Okay, so today we've got a couple of things.
We got a couple of them.
Let's go ahead. What do you got, Rusty, for a That Ain't Right Friday? You got anything that you want to bring up other than trains can't be tracked?
Yeah, trains can't be tracked. It's kind of frustrating. You could track everything. Like right now, I'm literally looking at a cargo ship that is up the canal in Manchester and moored in the canal there in Manchester. And you could see its arrival time, its destination, where it came from, where it's going, and all that. So it's kind of crazy that you could do that with trains, planes and planes and boats, but you can't do that with trains. Which you can't do with trains because trains is a national security issue. Now, what you can do is you can go to trainfans.com. No, I'm just kidding. There is Train Fans. It's on YouTube.
Only Trains Fans.
And what it is it's people who have, I guess, either talked to somebody in their municipality in which these trains exist, or they just put a camera up and hope nobody steals it, or what it is. But it's called Rail Fans, actually, not Train Fans, but it's a YouTube channel.
Oh, that sounds bad.
Where they put cameras in intersections, major train stations and stuff like that. There's another really good one that I like to watch. There's two of them. There's one in Prague, of the main train station there in Prague, and it's an old, really beautiful building.
Yeah. And
Tokyo's cool because Tokyo has like a massive rail system and stuff too, and they have like their massive rail yard. You can check there. And one of the ones that I used to like to watch when I used to have a driving job, if you remember, and I would go to Fort Worth on Wednesday mornings, and in between the time I left and my first drop, I would always get to Fort Worth with like 45 minutes to spare, maybe sometimes an hour to spare. So I would go down to where the Fort Worth train yards are, right there off the highway, and I would sit there and watch the trains there too.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's all I really had to talk about. Nothing King of the Hill related.
Well,
I like trains, I like airplanes, and I like boats.
I like trains, I like airplanes, and I like boats, says Rusty. All right, so I saw Rail Fans 3, by the way, and it was not near as good as the first one. The talent just wasn't there. Okay, so I have an article for GQ here. This is from, let's see, it's in the culture section. It's from September 2nd, so it's been around for a little bit. Written by Joe Gross. Did not make that up.
Joe Gross.
It's called Mike Judge on the Endurance of Beavis and Butthead and the Curse of Idiocracy and How Do the Right Thing Inspired King of the Hill. The nice thing about GQ, and I put the link down there at the bottom, it's a long one, so I don't know if you want to try to do it or not, but it says Mike Judge is having quite a year, and then it talks about, how Bandera Entertainment did Common Side Effects, and that was received well.
Yeah. That was a really, really good show. And if I gotta wait,
they're making a second season.
Oh, I really hope it comes out soon.
Yeah, he says he's working on it now, honestly. So it says August came, season 14 came out, and it hit big. And that
show was amazing.
That is pretty amazing that that after 15 years you're able to do what you did, many moons ago,
And
because
still able to replicate it and still make it funny and still make it relatable and still be successful at it and still have it on television after all these years.
Well, the
'cause Beavis
new-
and Butthead still comes out with new episodes.
well, the new
now.
Beavis and Butthead, that's what they're talking about, is season
Yeah.
3 hit that week that this article came out. And so that's why he kind of talked to him about all of this. He said that the old Beavis and Butthead, possibly roommates, old God Sideburns for Beavis, Rascal Scooter for Mr. Head, and smart Beavis and Butthead, guys who look like Marvel Comics watchers, are having outlived the age of music television. That is a pretty amazing. You outlived MTV.
You did outlive MTV.
Because
All that's on that shit now is just Rob Dyrdek.
Yep. Did I tell you I watched that Devo documentary on Netflix?
No, you did not. Was it good?
You should watch that. It is. I just put it on because I thought, well, I remember Devo and I kind of liked some of their stuff, and then I watched it because I just had an hour or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it was great. Like
Yeah,
I forgot how much Devo influenced. It is. And the reason I say that is because that Rob Dyrdek song, that yeah, that's Devo.
Oh, okay.
That's
that was
Devo.
Yeah.
And when you hear some of the stuff that they did in that, because they're playing it in the documentary, I'm like, holy shit, they were all over the place.
Yeah.
They had all kinds of stuff, and they were influenced by art movements because
they're very artsy.
They grew up, or they started the band when they were at what's the university where the guard shot at the crowd back in the late 70s?
Man, if you want to ask me,
you know what I'm talking about, though.
It was the Vietnam protesters.
Yes,
and they shot at the crowd.
They were at the college at the time,
and
so that's how they got started. And I didn't realize that 3 of them were brothers. They're all related to each other, and the band changed people.
It's actually it's 2 sets of brothers.
Kent State. That's what I was thinking.
It's 2 sets of brothers.
Yes.
Yeah, Mark and Bob and Gerald and Bob were brothers. Yeah.
Well, and then if you think about Mark Mothersbaugh, the guy who started Devo, basically.
Yeah.
If you start looking into the stuff he did after Devo, all the music for Rugrats, all of this stuff. I mean, he has done so much as far as like soundtracks and interstitial music and stuff like that. He has done
Revenge of the Nerds, Slaughterhouse Rock.
Yeah.
I mean, anything you can think of.
He's like Danny Elfman.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same kind of thing.
He really is. Clifford the Big Red Dog, Dawson's Creek.
Yeah. I mean, this guy.
Rocket Power, Dumb and Dumber.
This guy's nuts. He's done so much music.
He did Rugrats with his brother. His brother was on that one too.
So
Bob
GQ says, congrats on the most talked about show of the summer. It's you guys and Hunting Wives, which I've never heard anybody talk about Hunting Wives, but that's okay.
Never even heard of it myself.
Mike Judge says it's really great to hear. He splits his time between LA and Austin, more in Austin if he can. It says you were raised in New Mexico and lived in Silicon Valley, but have a place in Austin. What's it been like to see a paradigmatic, weird Texas city reshaped by transplants from Silicon Valley and problematic comedians? He says, I'm torn. This is Mike Judge talking. I'm torn. I know it's a gradual thing, but it really did seem to get suddenly dramatically different around 2013. It's a very different city, and it's kind of a bummer to see a lot of these old restaurants I used to go to gone, but there's still a little bit of old Austin left in there somewhere.
Not very much.
There is not very much. Now, however, I will say this about Austin. I've been talking to this group in Austin about doing something at South by.
Yeah.
Right. With Rogue. So the deal was that they have these businesses like Esther's Follies. You know where that's at on 6th Street?
Yeah.
It's been there for 1,000,000 years or whatever. They're going to use that at night for music. And so they were like, yeah, you guys could use it during the day and do live podcasts and stuff. And we're like, fantastic. And here I'm thinking, well, that's great because since they're already using it, maybe it won't cost us much to use it during the day and stuff.
King of the Hill is hot right now.
We got the price tag back. You know how much it was for one day for 5 hours at Esther's Follies during South by?
$100.
$50K.
Whoa.
$50K a day.
Oof.
And so we started talking about other ways to do something during South by.
Yeah.
I did not realize there's a South by South Austin. And the South by South Austin event runs at the same time as South by Southwest because it is an anti-corporate music and performance thing that's done over on Congress and other places around town.
Yeah.
So we're currently looking into possibly doing something during that at one of these alternative things. The Austin Chronicle, you know, the little paper that's been around forever, they love South by South Austin because they've always kind of been an outsider publication anyway.
You talk to
so that'd be
Green
cool.
Room again.
Yes. Green Room would be good too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're looking into doing some stuff, and it's in March of next year, so we'll see what happens. But we would definitely be one of the shows.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you're about to launch third season of Beavis and Butthead. Have we devolved that far? You thought, yeah, it's time for these guys to come back. He says, well, before the pandemic, 2018, in fact, the band Portugal the Man asked me to do a thing where Beavis and Butthead introduced them during their tour.
Okay.
I recorded it and thought, oh, I can still do the voices. This still sounds right. He goes, and it was fun to do. And when you have stuff in development, you're always trying to come up with characters. And I thought, I got a couple of pretty good characters right here.
Yeah.
They said music is also radically a different place. People no longer watch MTV for hours on end, and the way Beavis and Butthead did, at least not for music videos. He goes, yeah, once we realize they don't have to watch music anymore and they can just be looking at all stuff on the internet, that puts them in the front of a whole new world of weirdness. And he's absolutely right. That was the way to go with Beavis and Butthead. He says, we got the idea of kind of a split universe where they can be old or smart. And it's really been fun to do. But in general, I never, ever thought I would still be doing this 30 years later.
Yeah, I bet.
He said, there's still a cultural presence. The Saturday Night Live skit, they talked about that a little bit. He said, I found out, he goes, that was really cool. I was so pleased to see what a great reaction that got. I had no idea that was coming. And I found out later that it was something they wanted to do for a long time. And none of the hosts wanted to do it until Ryan Gosling came along. So that gives you a really great take on Ryan Gosling, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which he's one of my favorites.
He's good. I like him. I like Glenn Powell. I think they're kind of the same guy, but they're very good. What is your reaction to the reception of the new King of the Hill season received? Did you launch thinking, okay, we nailed this? Now, this is Mike Judge talking. He says, absolutely not. It's been completely overwhelming. And I can see that with Mike Judge, because he is a very low-key guy.
He is. And that's the thing that's tough about him is he's not a limelight guy. You can tell he doesn't really he likes to create, but he's uncomfortable.
Even the thing at the Paramount that we went to, he didn't say a whole heck of a lot. And when he did, you could tell he's really trying to get those words out,
Yeah.
He says, you hope it goes okay and you're trying to make it as good as you can. But when you're in the middle, you start to second guess everything and start to worry about this and that and this. And maybe no one wants to see it anymore. The guy said people absolutely wanted to see it. He goes, yes, but it's been really positive and it has great ratings. So I've been feeling really good lately. He goes, you go from being relieved that it wasn't a disaster to being really pleased at how well it's doing. We spent a long time on it. And it's a lot of choices to make. And the biggest one was probably what Bobby's going to be like when he's older. We just kind of went with our instincts, and it's been nice to know that our instincts were correct. And I think they were.
I think so too.
Said, how did you settle on Chef for Bobby? The more one thinks about it, the better fit it is. He goes, we hit on the idea that Bobby had inherited his dad's work ethic, which is unusual for a guy his age. Then it started to click. We talked about.
They say it's unusual for millennials to work hard.
Well, it says we talked about being a sushi chef is kind of a performing aspect to it. People thought he would go off to New York and become a comic. But a lot of the time when you're a kid, you have those dreams, but this is just a little more realistic. And I think that's a really good point.
Realistic, it actually is pretty good,
It is very good. He says there's also this notion that if you're a loser, if you don't go to college, and he sees kids his age goofing off and partying in a college while he's working 16-hour days, it just seemed right for that guy. And that is a really good point. That's a good point. It's nice to know that they thought about it that deeply, with these characters.
Think about it kind of deep on that part, yeah.
GQ says chefs at that level are very particular combination of extremely hardworking and slightly insane, and their ego works the same way as someone in show business. He goes, yeah, totally. There's a guy named Tyson Cole, who we talked about, who started Uchi and Uchiko in Austin, and I thought Bobby could be that guy. He was in my subconscious too. So this goes on to talk about Beavis and Butthead and talk about Idiocracy and stuff. I would suggest that you go and read it. It's a long article. It is a GQ article, so it's really well done, kind of like a Rolling Stone article or something like that. But the thing that I took away from it is that Mike Judge was not just like, oh, you're going to give me a bucket of money? Sure, I'll redo these two shows. He really thought about it and thought, okay, now's the right time. And I think Hulu was the absolute right partner for it. I don't know that it would have gone the same way on a Netflix or anything.
I think he was right for it.
Yeah, it just it fits the network. They're rebooting a lot of old shows, and I just think this one for them put them on the friggin' map. It is ironic that basically they're folding Hulu into Disney Plus at the time when it's doing the best with one of their shows ever.
Yeah,
you know?
you know, they really lost a lot of money here recently.
They did lose a lot of money. Yeah. So you know how Disney responded to that, right?
Yeah, they offered discounts on.
They went up on prices.
Oh, they did?
They went up on their subscription prices. Yeah, when they lost a bunch of people. Which I also, and I don't know if we talked about this or not, but I watched a thing the other day about internet piracy and how piracy is now up over 260% across the internet. And it's because everything costs too much. Streaming sucks.
And I don't condone.
I don't either.
Any illegal activities on the internet.
But I understand it.
There's a great resource, fmhy.net, if any of you, you're interested in that. But yeah, definitely. I don't condone any illegal activity on the internet.
Nope. But where you ought to be
download a car.
You wouldn't download a movie. Yeah. Where you ought to be spending your money instead of on these streaming channels is on a VPN. That way people can't necessarily tell what you're doing or where you're doing it. So,
or you could use your local library as a very great resource for
that's true too.
Media as well.
That's true too.
Libraries will rent media. They also now have Canopy and Hoopla, which also have movie
Canopy
vouchers. Yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and tell everybody this. If you live in Texas,
yeah,
go to the Houston Library website
okay,
and set you up a library card through the city of Houston.
Okay.
They give cards to every Texas resident for the city of Houston.
Okay.
And it gives you access to all of their online resources that they have by having that. Obviously, me and you aren't going to go to the central location and rent check out a book. But the online resources are insane. You get Canopy, Hoopla, you get this children's book thing, you get all of their audiobooks they have available, all of their ebooks they have available, and it's the Houston Library. Houston is the fourth largest city in the United States, so it'd be akin to having access to something like the New York Central Libraries type of resources, but
or the Ghostbusters,
but in the state of Texas. So so if you live in Texas, sign up for that. There's actually other cities in Texas that give free resources. I wish I had a master list of it because it's great for people and like promoting literacy and stuff like that, having access to that stuff. But there's a lot of cities in Texas and in the United States in general that give state residents in that state access even if you don't live in that city.
That is, as far as tax scholars go, that is well spent money.
Yeah, I have a buddy in Arkansas who uses, he rents a Nintendo Switch. He refuses to buy Nintendo Switch because he could just rent it. He just get it for free from the library.
Really?
Yeah.
He rents it from the library for free.
The library has all kinds of stuff to check out. And they have apparently they have a Nintendo Switch at his library that nobody knows about because he goes and checks it out, checks it in, and he waits a day or two.
Right back out.
Well, he doesn't check it right back out because they have like a day or two. It's got to sit for a day or two, or so just in case anybody else wants it. So he'll rent it out.
Charge it.
Yeah. Charge it, I guess. So he rents it out for that X amount of time that they allow you to have it. Takes it back, waits a day or two, goes back, picks it up.
Wow. Well, it's actually pretty smart. I mean, he didn't spend a bunch of money on it.
Didn't spend any money on it whatsoever.
And when a new one comes out, guess what?
He just go rent it.
Yeah. That's nuts. Wow.
Yeah, actually,
go check out the Houston Library.
The funny story about
I will.
That guy. So me and him have been friends since we were like 6. He's like one of the first friends I had when I moved to the United States. Well, in our early 20s, didn't have a lot of money to buy The Office at the time, and you couldn't find it anywhere streaming. It was like I think it's the last season had just ended, and everything was out on DVD.
Sure.
So what we did is we went to the library.
Well, that was way before all the streaming wars and all that stuff too.
Yeah, this is like 2012. So it was before. It was like right at the end of the show's run and before the streaming stuff kind of took off in the way. It was like Netflix and the beginning of Hulu. That was like all there was at that time. And they didn't have The Office. So we went to the library and went to the computer and looked up where all of the seasons were at and what libraries they were at. And then we wrote them down. So we would check out as much as we were allowed to check out of the first, however many seasons.
Yeah, sure.
And that's how I watched The Office.
Wow.
I never watched it on TV. I never caught it when it was in its run. It was just, we were at the library and we were looking for funny stuff to watch. And we were like, Steve Carell is a funny guy. So we started grabbing The Office and we would bounce from library to library.
Have you watched The Paper?
I liked it.
It's good, man. It really is good.
It took a minute. It took like, but with all shows,
it should, so you can learn the characters.
Yeah, it's got to take a couple of seconds to get into it. But by the third episode, it was at full stride.
That last episode's a pretty damn good episode. Those last couple,
I haven't seen
really
the last couple yet.
Yeah.
I gotta finish it off. I actually Just started a subscription to Crunchyroll.
Okay. The
And
anime thing.
I told myself that I would try to get into anime and watch more anime because I limited myself for a long time.
You got a basement that
Everybody's
needs
like, you
filling,
got
or
to
what?
watch the Studio Ghibli. You
Yeah.
got to watch this.
Yeah.
You got to do that. And there's a lot of it I haven't seen. So I'm just going through and watching all the traditional stuff first. I have already seen all of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and all that, but I'm going back and doing a rewatch of Dragon Ball right now on Crunchyroll.
I owned the first video store that ever rented Dragon Ball Z here in town.
Oh wow!
I had all the Dragon Ball Z stuff, and we would rent it out.
You know,
but that was before
I didn't
Crunchyroll.
realize
Also,
how long ago that stuff actually came out.
oh yeah, it's forever ago.
It's from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dragon Ball ran from 85 to 86, and Z ran from like 89 to 90 something. But yeah, no, I was or 80 something to 80 something. I can't remember.
There's only a couple of anime that I have ever really enjoyed. Well, there's maybe 4. Okay, there's a movie called Blue Submarine, which is very good. Akira, of course, because that's kind of in the starter pack. And then Battle of the Planets and Star Blazers. Those are my big ones.
Well, there was one on there that I'm gonna read. It's called Ugly Mug Epic Fighter.
Ugly Mug.
So yeah, that's gonna be as soon as I'm done with not King of the Hill, Dragon Ball. Sorry, so
yeah,
Dragon Ball.
Yeah. We've been watching that Alien series, Alien Earth, on Hulu.
Oh, okay, is that good?
That is a damn good series. I told my wife the other night, I was like, you know, what they've done with this series, that they have given the Alien franchise a shot in the arm.
Yeah, no, that's what
they were making Alien garbage. Honestly,
I watched some of that Marvel Zombies.
Oh, is it good?
That's pretty good. Yeah. It's pretty much just like chop the heads off of all the major characters, kind of thing, and it's done really well, I think.
And then the other one is Peacemaker.
The animation styles are like this new age a little weird. Of animation is kind of
choppy.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Reboot and Beast Wars Transformers.
I got you. Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like the next evolution of that original CGI stuff, because that's like the first 2 animated CGI TV shows were Reboot and Beast Wars Transformers, and they were done by a Canadian company.
Reboot was a weird one.
Reboot was really weird. Beast Wars Transformers was awesome. Those I'll still go back and watch.
What was that one about the angel that we watched? Remember the angel that would like go to the ATM or whatever? He was like a weirdo angel.
What that was. Yeah, I can't remember what that's called, but yeah, we did watch that.
That one's great.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not really anime, but still, you know, it's more
cartoon or whatever.
Yeah. All right, guys. I believe that is it. We got football tomorrow, so watch that if you want to. British Office is great too. Yes, you're right.
Parlay hits.
Yeah. He's got a parlay. You want to tell him what your parlay is?
Yeah, I don't ever. I'm not a gambler by any stretch of the imagination, but the app that I play fantasy football in, which I say I'm not a gambler, and then I say I play fantasy football, but it had a free, you put 10 in, it'll give you 10. So I use their free 10. So it's a 35x payout. So I'll get 350 off of 10. Justin Jefferson over 78.5 receiving yards.
And he plays for?
He plays for the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay.
Micah Parsons plays for Green Bay Packers.
Now with Green Bay, who was in
over on
one of the last King of the Hill episodes we
watched. He was, absolutely. So it's relevant here. We're talking about Cowboys here.
Yeah.
Ferguson, which is Jake Ferguson, which is the tight end for the Cowboys, for 40+ receiving yards.
You say all you want to about the Cowboys, which I'm not a fan, but they have always had great tight ends.
Yeah, they always.
They really have.
They always do. They always have one good receiver, one good tight end.
Yeah.
They always got what you can call the triumvirate.
Well, and their problem is
one of each.
Their big problem this week is CeeDee Lamb's out.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb is out.
Yeah.
So
I'm afraid they're going to get torched.
Yep. He's going to get. Well, that's the thing is CeeDee Lamb being out, Ferguson is going to get. That's the reason why I feel okay about that part of the parlay.
I agree.
2 touchdowns from Derrick Henry, 1 touchdown from.
Who are the Ravens playing?
And then a touchdown from Scatterbo. The Ravens are playing Kansas City, which Kansas City doesn't have they got a good secondary.
They don't have a great run defense.
They don't have a great run defense. So I felt
good
about that.
Good.
Tampa Bay, they could go either way, but Saquon Barkley, I think he could get 1. I feel like he's good. He's due for 1 because he didn't get 1 in, let's see. He didn't get 1 the last game, and he got 1 every other game before that and didn't get 1 in the last game. So I'm pretty sure he's due for at least 1.
You know,
I got 1 for 1 touchdown, anytime touchdown for Cam Scatabo. And I think he's good for 1 too.
I saw a quote after last week.
parlay.
You know, Philadelphia came back and beat whoever they were playing. I think it was, I don't remember who it was, but they came back and beat them. And the guy afterwards was like, they just feel inevitable at this point because they were getting crushed and they just decided to turn it on.
The Rams.
Yeah.
33-26.
They decided to turn it on and beat them. And it was a pretty great win, honestly, for Philadelphia. If you're a big Philadelphia fan, which I am not, but got a guy here who is Pete Sousa.
Oh, so he's a Philly. That's where he's from.
There's a Philly helmet.
He's from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, there's a Philly helmet down here on the floor that he uses.
Because I know he's not he's not one of the what I call it, native Wacoans.
No, he's not a native Wacoan. He's
I'm not really a native,
Philly.
but I've been here long enough to be native. I remember Waco.
I guess I'm not native. I was born in Taiwan.
Yeah, well, I was born in England, but like I've been here since 1996. So
yeah, it's pretty good.
I've been here before Waco was cool to come to. Yep. I remember when Waco was just right after that 93 stuff, and Waco was pretty much, even in 96, 3 years removed from it, it was
rough.
Pretty, this is the, cult town when it happened 12 miles outside of town in Elk.
That's right.
Don't forget, though, tomorrow you got to wake up really early if you want to catch your first NFL game. First games tomorrow will be at 8:30 a.m. It'll be the Minnesota Vikings versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay. I don't know where they will be. They will be in Dublin, Ireland.
Dublin,
which is crazy to be in Dublin, Ireland. So that's one thing that they're going to do this year too. There's
a lot more foreign games.
There's a lot more foreign games in a lot of different places. They just played that one in Brazil with the Kansas City game here a while back. It was in Brazil, I think.
Yeah.
They've got one that's supposed to be in Mexico, one's supposed to be in Germany, one's supposed to be in Wimbledon in England.
By the way, Nighthawk got back to us. The Nighthawk TV dinner people about Bros, Foes, and Heroes.
Yeah,
they loved what we did. They took it to their team, and so they're going to come back and tell us what they can do for a sponsorship
for Bros. That's
which is awesome. Cool, right? Yeah. So that just shows that you and I need to start reaching out.
Yeah. Well, you might include that too.
I will. I'll ask them about it.
Ask them if they're interested in King of the Hill stuff, because King of the Hill's hot right now.
Oh, sure.
And I will literally eat a Nighthawk every episode.
Well, I told you I filmed that one where I had the microwave right here. Yeah, and he had to explain something to me in the time it took. And then we filmed an episode where I just ate the whole time. I ate the Nighthawk thing. I had a napkin in my hanging out of my shirt and the whole thing. And it was.
I will literally eat a Nighthawk every episode.
They're very good.
I'll even pour a Nighthawk into a blender and drink the entire Nighthawk.
Gross. All right, tell people where they can find us.
You can find us at bwaakoth@gmail.com is our email. And you can find us at bwaakoth on all social media. And I'm looking for a social media intern. So if there's anybody that wants to take over the social media as an intern, Mike, I need you to put that out in the atmosphere for all
Remind me, and
kids
I'll
in
put
this
a thing
area or whatever.
You got it.
Teenagers, not teenagers, college kids, preferably 18 and older individuals.
Not preferably, positively 18 or older.
Yeah. Like, definitely. I don't want any high school kids doing it.
I am 56-year-old. I don't need to be lumped in with those guys who are grooming kids. Or anything,
no, definitely not. But yeah, so if there's anybody out there in Spaceland, just email me at bwaakoth@gmail.com. Email me some type of I don't want to say, I guess, resume or whatever, what experience you have.
Just reach out to us.
Yeah, reach out to me. Any type of experience that you have. Yeah. We're looking for people to help with social media content.
And Artie, I'll get with Emilio's PR guy. All right, guys. Thank you again for joining us. We appreciate it. We love you all, and thanks for being here. One thing left to say.
Oui, Matanye.
Oui, Matanye, indeed. See ya.
Sponsored now by.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all later.
Or whatever it is. There's like a website that it's like an aggregator for tailgates, so you can find tailgates in your area.